Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, this angle's not doing me justice. Um, okay, hold on. Let me just check, make sure it's working properly. Okay, it's working. And my hair. I need to get a haircut sometime soon. Well, three, two, one. 3, 2, 1, action. Sorry. Hi, welcome back to my live stream. My name is Dom Kills, and welcome back. So for today's live stream, hold on, let me show you. So pretty much, sorry. Okay. So this is what I'm doing for today. Basically, once I get done with this, you'll understand the representation. But yeah, so let's get started, shall we? And if you got a paintbrush and paints, then join me. Come on. Come on. Don't. Dash. Not the best way to start a live stream, but okay. Sorry, I am very tired. So, as you can tell from the title of this live stream, I had worked 7 days this week. 7 days. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. And I'm not gonna lie, working 7 days has been the longest time I ever spent a week doing something. And obviously, 7 days is a lot. Hello, welcome back to my live. Yeah. So anyways, basically I'm just gonna be doing this little piece right here. Like I said, once I'm done with it, you'll fully understand. But yeah, so first things first, as always, I always start with a black because I need to outline where, and I got paint on myself. I just got paint on myself and I haven't used a paintbrush yet. But anyways, so while I'm doing this, obviously I'll talk about, from the title, like I said, I had worked 7 days this week, and let me tell you, they were the most exhausting 7 days of my life. Okay? For many reasons. Okay? Well, first off, I did not expect to work 7 days this week. Okay? I honestly did not. But then something happened to my coworker, and basically I was really what was left. And what I mean by that is, since I'm the only other person who works in the kitchen area at my job, yeah, I had a whole week. And okay, hold on. Sorry, I just started, so yeah. I had a whole week where basically I was just like in and out. I don't know why, but for a while, this week I was kind of on what I would assume that I was called on like autopilot mode. At least that's what I called it. Basically, what that meant was physically I was at my job, Like physically, I was at my job, but mentally, I was like just checked out everywhere. Meaning that I had basically wanted to be somewhere else, but couldn't. So I decided to check myself out mentally before anything else really had happened. That's all I can say. I don't know if someone here who has ever worked 7 straight days in a week, and if you have, I understand your pain. God is good and he loves you. Aw, thank you. Drawing my face. Aw. Well, I'm sure your face is very beautiful. I'm sure your face is very beautiful. Hello, I'm back. Hello, Classic Bacon. How are you today? How are you? I am doing okay. I just wrapped up on 7 days of work at my job. And now, today, I am painting. Today, I'm painting because, well, it's the only way to help me relax and to just be at peace. After working 7 days this week, 7 days on 17 days in a row. Oh, I'm so sorry if you work that many days in a row. I'm sorry. Good. And you? Um, like I said, I've worked this week for like 7 days. It has not been fun. Okay? I will be honest. I have had moments this week where I feel like I was going to lose my mind. Um, so like every day this week, I was waking up at 4 a.m., at 4 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it was not fun because I desperately wanted to go to sleep, go to sleep, but nope, I had to go into work. And the reason why is because my coworker, he had ended up in the hospital. The one who works with me in the kitchen, he had ended up in the hospital. Yeah. Well, just to like not give out too many details about what had happened to him, basically all I can say was his body had apparently given out on him while he was doing something, and then, well, he ended up in the hospital because of it. Which, by the way, always make sure that you take care of yourself, okay? Because you don't want to end up in urgent care or anything like that. What are you drawing? So for today's drawing, basically, I wanted it to like be inspired by like what goes on in my mind. So like all these are supposed to be like little cracked lines, kind of like with glass, kind of like with glass. And well, I'm gonna make the background red because pretty much that's what I feel like is an expression of like whenever my mind just like breaks, I always see like red. So, but I'm gonna work on that after I do the lines back here. Yeah. So today is basically one of my emotions being expressed through art whenever I feel like I'm gonna have a mental breakdown or like some part of me just like shattered inside, if that makes sense. But yeah, so anyways, working 7 days this week, like I said, was not fun. It was not fun. I would be waking up around 4 a.m. to go to work, and then I'd come back from work, and then I'd take a nap, and then have like a pretty late dinner, and then try to get like a workout because that's normally what I do on days On days like when I have to go to work in the evenings, I try to do at least a workout either on like my chest, my arms, or my back. My legs, I don't really do much about because really I just run, so I do cardio mostly. But yeah, reason I have been watching the vids is because I've been at school. Oh, well, good thing. Get your education. Everyone deserves to get an education to further their future. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, basically I um was just numb pretty much throughout this week. When I and then today, when today happened, honestly, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I was just like, okay, I am officially like mentally done with all this for like a lot. Why so lonely here? Um, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Plus, I've been lonely a lot in my life. So, yeah. But, anyways, yeah. So, pretty much my work has just been pretty much draining my life. However, though, I did get a message from my boss. I did get a message from my boss. Are you a lefty? Hmm. I mean, I want to say sometimes because, well, I mainly use my right hand, and that's basically like my dominant hand. But I do try to use my left hand once in a while to, help balance it out. I don't know why. I'm trying to be ambidextrix. Yeah, ambidextrix. Ugh. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that word. If you can pronounce it for me, that'd be great. Hello. Yeah. But anyways, so pretty much like I said, this week has really just made me lose my mind in more ways than ever. However, though, I did get some news. I was told that after tomorrow, so Sunday, my boss told me that I could have a week off, meaning Monday through Friday. And once I heard that, I was just like, what? And she told me, yes, you get a week off. And I'm like, what? Do you have any pets or any dream pets? I do not have dream pets, and I don't have pets, although all my family members have pets, and I don't. I mean, I hope so one day, but not at the moment. Yay, exactly. Well, here's the thing though. The minute like she told me I was gonna get like Monday through Friday off from work, instead of like joy or anything, I was like, what? Because I don't think I was like mentally prepared to hear what my boss was telling me. Like I assumed like maybe she was just pulling my leg or something, but then she sent me the schedule because that's what happens when you have a job. You get a schedule of, like days you're working, and literally I have Monday through Friday off, but then after that I'm back on a normal work schedule. And once I heard that, I was just like, or once I saw that actually, I was just like, what? But then something else dawned on me, and that was, so what am I gonna do for 5 days? What am I gonna do for 5 days of like no work, no having to get up super early in the morning. Basically, I'm gonna be having like a very interesting Sunday night, meaning that I am going to sleep in for the first time since last Friday, because that's really the last time I ever really got like a full night of sleep. Okay, I'm being honest. That was legit the last time I've ever had a full night of sleep. And the fact that when Sunday night hits, that means I'm going to finally, after over a week and 2 days, a week, 2 days, I think, I'm finally gonna go get some sleep and relax for a little bit. And I think that because, like I'm giving the she had given me this chance is because since I've been working there, I definitely think I improved a lot there, and I've been proven to be like a really good worker. I've been proving to be a really good worker. Yeah. So I guess this is like one of my benefits, but here's the thing though, whenever like someone gets like a week off or something, I would assume like I would have like planned it for like a vacation or something, not for whatever that is. Because here's the thing, though, like I said, I legit have no idea what I'm gonna do for the next 5 days. Like, what am I gonna do Sunday? No, well, Sunday I'm working. Tomorrow I'm going back to work again. But what am I gonna do Monday through Friday? Because normally I work Mondays and Tuesdays. Like, what am I gonna do? I hope you go. I have to go. Hope you have a blessed day. Aw, thank you. You too, Classic Bacon. And make sure you study a lot and work hard. Okay? But yeah, so anyways, I'm stumped. Like I've been thinking about going live on my TikTok though because it's been a hot minute. I haven't been live on my TikTok since like the last day of 2025. So that was a little bit of a hot minute. Yeah. So hold on, I'm almost like done with this. So after I get done, I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna work on the rest. I'm gonna work on the background, and hopefully this turns out the way that I want it to turn out. Hold on, need to work on this part right here real quick. Okay. I think I'll just save this and put it right here for now, but here's what I got so far. So yeah, this is just overall what I have so far. Um, I still have some pieces of it that I gotta work on. So, oh, here we go. So looking for this, the gray, because I'm gonna do gray for the hoodie on the figure. So, yeah. Okay. Hope this goes on as well. Guys, it drives me crazy. But anyways, let's see. What else should I talk about? Well, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what else to have talked about, but that's really like all that's I'm pretty much talking about. It's just the fact that like I have been working a full 7 days this week, and honestly, the only thing I'm looking forward to is Sunday night, where basically I get to sleep in for the first time. Sleep in. And I don't know why, but it kind of freaks me out because I'm so used to the fact of like going to bed a little early on Sunday night and waking up Monday morning having to go to work. But this is going to be the first and only time I. Hi, Spring. How are you doing? This is going to be the first time I ever, well, sleep in on a Sunday and wake up on a Monday where basically I don't have to work. Oh, wait, no, I think I actually had. No, wait, in the beginning. Hi, how are you doing today? In the beginning, I remember when I first started working as a chef at the hotel. I remembered I used to only work weekends, and then they started letting me work Monday and Tuesday. Well, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and then they cut off my Fridays. But yeah. And here I am. Not exactly like my idea of like entering into 2026, but you know what? 2026, you have given me a lot to think about this year. You have given me a lot to think about. You've given me a few things that I definitely want to accomplish. And yo, Dom, boy, sup? Ha ha. Been so long. Oh, hello there, Christmas. Yeah, Happy New Year, lol. Yep, it's the new year. It's been the new year for a couple weeks now, and honestly, I do not know what I'm gonna do with myself this year. Okay? I generally do not know what happens. I'm pretty much just well, obviously one of the things that I am doing this year is I'm sticking towards one of my New Year's resolutions, which is better finances, meaning that I'm trying to uh, take better care of my finances and not like spend them all crazy and heebie-jeebies or whatever that means, but also I'm trying to make sure that I'm also saving money. So every time I get paid, I put a certain amount of money into my savings account so my savings account can grow. Do you invest? No. And it's not like I don't want to invest, it's just that it's more like fear. Like, I don't know if, like, say, if I invest like 50 bucks and then pretty much I get like no money back and then I lose that 50 bucks and I'm just like, wow. You should, dude. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've been thinking about it, but I'm also being very cautious about it because well, I just don't want to be like one of those that thinks like, I invest money here and there and then like the money just like dries up somehow. The money just dries up somehow and like I lose everything. But I definitely will try. Definitely will try to make sure. Like, yeah. And it's a good thing too that I'm sticking towards this type of New Year's resolution because last year I told myself that I wanted to save money for a lot of things, like to travel, to pay for things that I want, to buy things that I need. But really, though, I was spending money pretty much as soon as I got it, and I wasn't putting any in my savings. I will be honest. I mean, I still have a savings account, and I did back then still have a savings account, but I wasn't really like being smart, I should say. I wasn't really being smart with how I was handling my money. What did you spend money on? Oh, takeout, crazy stuff that cost nearly like $100, and I bought a lot of stuff on eBay. Food, yes. I'm a sucker for takeout, alright? I decided to order way too much takeout, and that had obviously hit my finances like one big fat son of a bee. Are Burger King, lol. Are you sick? No, I'm not. I just have allergies. But yeah, so anyways, come on. Sorry, one of my paintbrushes I think is like, yeah, this paintbrush won't bend. Oh, gonna have to use a different paintbrush. Well, I'd use this one, but it's covered in gray. Okay, come on now. Let's see. What can I... Could I use you? I could try this, although for some reason it looks like a makeup brush. Also, dude, you should listen to Fantasize by Eric Dell. Well, I'll definitely think about it. Okay, well, we're finally getting somewhere with this, even though this is clearly like a little paintbrush they use for other things, but alright. But anyways. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to take more care of my finances this year, and I'm trying to only spend money on things that are necessary for me. What kind of music do you like? I've mainly been like a rock and roll or like rock genre or alternative music type of person. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Before, when I was like a kid, I just listened to like random songs just because like I was trying to. I think here's the thing though. So I used to listen to so many different types of songs when I was a kid, and I think it was mainly just because like I was trying to find my taste. You know, like what what taste of music I like better. I mean, it does. I mean, it really shouldn't matter. You know, it's your taste in music, and if you're like on some, I don't know how to explain it, like a weird, okay, what's my taste in music scenario or something like that, then then good for you. But for me though, I was just trying to find my taste in music, and when I first listened to an artist, her name is Melanie Martinez. That's when I discovered her. That's She was the first like alternative artist. I guess she's an alternative artist. I don't know. But I listened to her song Dollhouse and immediately I fell in love. And then I listened to more of her music and then I just went down a rabbit hole of other artists who did like alternative style musics. And pretty much that took me to listen to a bunch of rock bands that I either have heard on the radio before or were groups that I never even heard of. And yeah. But, anyways. So yeah, that's I'm mainly just like an alternative, like dark pop or rock and roll type of music lover. And because why not? It's fun. So yeah, that's my type of music. If you now, if you want to ask any other questions, don't be afraid. Let's see what else. I completely forgot what I was talking about, by the way. Um, I think I was talking about my job. That art, that's arts. That art's dope. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. I've always been fascinated by like this type of art. And not gonna lie, I do like this. I don't know why. I love this paintbrush for some reason. For me, it looks like money. Oh, money. Oh, okay, money. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. You were talking about your New Year's resolution. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah. I pretty much have been saving my money for quite a while. Well, it's only been like, I forget which week we are in the new year because I've been so tired from the job lately. But yeah. And so far, I've been keeping a promise to my New Year's resolution. So, like, I've been taking money, a certain amount of money from my paycheck and putting it into my savings. And now my savings is actually starting to slowly grow. But also, I've been spending most of my tips, meaning like, so at my job, I get tips, right? I get tips because we have a tip jar. And well, I like to use some of those tips, the monies that, well, at least if I have like enough to buy things that I want to buy. And if I use up enough of those tips, then basically I'm not like using my debit card or anything like that or a credit card. And yeah, I'm basically saving money that way, I guess. So to anyone who thinks that tips are ridiculous, like you know how like people see tip jars at like workplaces and such, and people are like, ugh, they're probably just gonna spend the money. Yeah, they're spending the money because they're trying to save their bank account numbers, okay? Yeah, that is true. That's why I'm planning on hopefully investing. I'm thinking about investing, but not a lot of money. So yeah, yeah, using earning, paying with like money from like the tip jar can be very nice. You know, if you save up enough a certain amount. So like I will use the tip jar money I have, or like how much I make in tips that week. I will put it in for like just like maybe a nice lunch or so. So that way I'm not using my debit card. While also if I'm getting paid that week, then I can use that money to be put in my savings, so my savings can finally grow more. Oh, I got it on my hat. I got it on my arm. Look at that. Before you ask, this is not blood. This is paint. This is paint. And I got some on my leg. Wow, I'm just clumsy, aren't I? I'm just Mr. Clumsy, aren't I? Oh. Why do you have the lunar chart up? This is a lunar, first off, this is called a lunar tapestry. It's a lunar tapestry, not a poster board or anything like that. And I have it up there because it just, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Did I seriously just lick my tongue and then rub my arm? Oh God. Well, you guys just saw me do that, and I am very sorry you had to witness that. But yeah, I mainly have this because I think it's nice and also I like it. Okay? But yeah, so anyways. Oh wait, this is wet. Oh wait, you know what? This could actually work. This could actually work. I just need to like find a way to make it work, okay? I just need to find a way to make this work. Okay. Honestly, this is actually kind of turning out pretty nicely, I will be honest. I think this is kind of turning out very nicely. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so I've been saving my money and so far it's been working okay, but time can only tell when I will be able to save up more money for things because I would definitely love to travel. I would love to do like some solo traveling. Uh, where do you display your art? Either on my desk right here or any canvases. If I don't have room on my table, I mainly put them in my closet for now. Because I told myself that one day if I have like when I finally have my own place, I'm gonna like set up my artwork and like display them all over the walls. And then when I have like people come over and they look at them and they're like, "Oh, those are nice." Like that's my general reaction. What they're gonna say, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's nice," which thank you by the way. And also, I hate you. No, no, I don't. I'm just being playful. I'm being playful. Okay. But yeah, so but yeah, so right now at the moment, all my artwork is either in a closet, in my closet, or sitting on my table. It's alright. Thank you. Yeah. But anyways. So yeah. I basically have been saving up some money. It's not a whole lot, but you know, it's a start. Let me just say that. It's a start. It's a start. Okay? And I'm also trying to tell myself, like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay? You know, I should take my time, save my money wisely, and once I do and it like all pays off, then hopefully I can use that money for something that I would love to use that will be useful to me. That's all I can say. It's good to try to make wise decisions. That's all I can say. Because everything in this world is not 100% free. Another thing though that I told myself that so wait, so hold on. So I made a short video, okay? I made a short video listing like all the stuff that I want to accomplish in 2026. Um, and one of those things is, of course, financial stability. And also the others is to like get a new car or get an apartment, meaning like finally have my own place. I forget the others. Oh, good health. I'm making sure I'm trying to take care of my health. I recently been trying to not put in so much garbage in my stomach because obviously that is very unhealthy and nobody should do that all the time. I mean, once in a while you can like have like a treat or so to treat yourself, but your art your art's so distinct and cool, bro. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so good health. I'm hoping for good health. And then the love. Actually, this one kind of makes me laugh. The love department, meaning like my love life. That one's gonna be a challenge. That one is gonna be a challenge, okay? That is gonna be a challenge for me because I don't know how many times I had mentioned this at this point, but my dating life, at least it's like a big fat joke to myself because I'm just like I'm failing at love, aren't I? But I do hope that this year I find love. I mean, hopefully I can. And yeah, who knows? Maybe one day if I do meet the love of my life and like going on YouTube, I'm still going on YouTube, then one day I can show you, the viewers, um, my lover, or not lover, my partner. I feel like lover is just like very distinct because it can literally mean many different things. Like it could even mean like a secret person you meet for rendezvous that you should not be meeting for rendezvous uh, at any given time or really at all. Also, Wait, hold on. This is actually just driving me crazy. So almost my entire For You page on Instagram is, well, not my entire For You page, but once in a while I will get a For You page that is filled with nothing, filled with like a few clips of people exposing their cheating partners. Like there was literally this one dude, he exposed his ex by basically filming his reaction, and pretty much throughout the entire video I had noticed that he was very calm. He was very calm, and he was just like, I'm breaking up with you, it's over, you cheated on me, dot dot dot. And well, his ex was clearly going crazy and saying things like his ex wanted him to stay, and well, he said no. He said, you know what? It's over. It's over. It's over. You cheated on me. You lied to me. You hurt me. You did all these things, and you're acting like this because I am setting what should be a proper example and a mature way to break up with someone who has cheated on you rather than stay with someone who basically will break your heart over and over again. Like, yeah. Like, after I watched that video, I was just like, bro, you dodged a big fat bullet and you handled that with grace. Okay? A lot of people, I think, on the internet probably would have gone crazy and bananas, like, exposed their ex in, like, the most brutal ways. But how this dude did it, he was like, chef's kiss, okay? He wasn't being like dramatic. He wasn't being like, I'm doing this to expose him as a cheater, because throughout the video, he didn't even show his ex's face. He didn't even show his ex's face. And although maybe it would have been good to show the ex, so in case like anybody in the future like wants to date this person, they would know like this person cheated. I'm guessing he did it because, well, I don't know. He just didn't want the memories or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. But I gotta say, that dude handled his cheating ex with a lot of grace, and he deserves a round of applause. Like, hold on, let's give a round of applause to anybody here who's ever handled a situation with such maturity. With such maturity, I might add. Sorry, I'm only clapping like this because I got a paintbrush in my hands. I'm going like this. Yeah. So, yeah. I just hope that, he knows that, he deserves someone clearly better than that lying, cheating scumbag. Sorry to have said that on here. I ain't got no huzz. I ain't got no huzz. Huzz? What does that mean? Like husband? Z. Z. But yeah, so yeah, which I think is good. I think that for a cheater, their worst experience, or at least the worst thing you can do to a cheater, is literally like break up with them who have cheated on you with like solid grace, like solid maturity. And if they're the ones overreacting and saying stuff like you're overreacting and being dramatic and you're doing nothing but you're like this, I'm breaking up with you. That is all. Like, and the cheater ends up like being crazy and then tries to like spin the narrative and such. Yeah. The cheating ex won't even like want to show their face, I'm guessing, like anyway. But yeah, I think like that should always be like the mature approach to deal with a cheating ex. Because, why try to sink down to their level, unless you think it's deserving. And just like, you know, be mature about it and just, be like, I'm breaking up with you. It's over. I hate you. Well, I hate you for cheating on me. And that doesn't mean I never loved you, because I did, but you cheated on me, and clearly you don't want this relationship with me, so bye bye. So there you go. A perfect ending to a cheating ex. And that ex decides to blow up. But also, in my mind, I'm thinking, why do cheaters cheat? Like, why do they cheat on, like, their perfectly sweet boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever they're dating? Like, why cheat on someone so sweet? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm starting to think like they have something psychologically wrong. Or like, why can't you just be the mature person and be like, oh, sorry, I just don't feel a spark anymore. Let's just break up. Like, obviously not like what I just said, but like, try to be more mature about it. I was trying to say something like mature or something like that. But yeah. But, sadly in the end, the cheater is going to be the one acting like a complete psycho for not being mature enough. And God bless that person for making that video. And the funniest part, I think, the funniest part is when his ex was clearly like hysterical because his ex was like going like, baby, I'm sorry, please forgive me, it didn't mean anything, this, that. Like, if it didn't mean anything, then why did you meet them? Why did you decide to cheat on someone? Why? I'll tell you why. Because you didn't have the common sense to just say, you want to break up with someone because, you should have just said like, you want to break up with the person you're with, but didn't want to because they provide a safety net. That's literally it. Cheaters cheat on their person because the person that they're cheating on with is the safety net. Whereas then they go out and try to find someone full of excitement, or can bring like some excitement into their life. But hey, once they lose those safety nets, immediately, sorry, hun, you just lost. You just lost your net. Now go and try to catch something by yourself. Very clever way to say that, am I right? Alright, move on, dude. Okay, I'm moving on to a different subject because I'm also about to wrap up on this painting here. But yeah, so let's see. Okay. So, like I also said earlier, I do have a day off after tomorrow. So tomorrow I go back into work, but then, hi Zyla. So tomorrow I go back into work, and then I'm not saying goodbye. Well, yet. I'm not saying goodbye yet for today. I will be live again tomorrow, so don't worry. How you doing, Zyla? Yeah, so I go to work tomorrow, and then afterwards I begin my 5 days of relaxing after working a full week, which is so grateful because I am looking forward to closing my eyes and crashing on my bed right over there. Okay, just crashing on my bed, my face in my pillow, just sleeping like that just was just like the ugliest face I've ever made. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I definitely know that on Monday I'm gonna go get a haircut because this hair, like, Lord have mercy, it is getting big and it is getting thick. Yeah. And where I live at, basically the weather here, We have a nickname for it. Basically, the weather here likes to be bipolar, meaning like some days are hot and other days are cold. Like just today, it is 66 degrees, but then tomorrow it'll be like 50, and then the next day it'll be like 40 something, and then it's 50, then 40, then 50, then 40, and then 50, and then back up to 70. And then I'm guessing sometime in the next week it's going to be repeating itself again, and I'm just going to be like, welcome to the East Coast. That's all I can say. Welcome to the East Coast, specifically further south of East Coast, meaning like from North Carolina all the way down to Florida. Welcome. I mean, I don't know if like other states above alongside the East Coast, meaning like from Virginia all the way to Vermont, also get like bipolar weather, but yeah. Welcome to the East Coast. Tampa, Florida, baby. Oh, Tampa. Well, you guys are much hotter down there. Tampa, Florida is a little bit more hotter down there. I will be honest. I don't know if like Florida's ever gotten snow before. Maybe it has, and I'm just too tired to even remember if it did. But yeah. But yeah, I do hope that you guys stay safe. Okay. Well, I think this is all done. Here, let me show you. I will be posting this later, so you can tell me what you think. But what do you think? Yeah, I think it turned out okay, although there is a little smudge right there. Hold on. Dip, dip, dip. Let's just add a little bit more to the black eye. There we go. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, hurricanes, rain, everything but snow. That is exactly North Carolina, right up here in North Carolina. We either get rain, hurricanes, once in a while we will probably get snow, but other than that, we will get like the weirdest weathers, meaning like just temperature changes. Hey, how you doing? Hello, Felix. Doing okay. About to end the live soon, but yeah. So here's today's painting. Here's today's painting that I finished. Um, that I will also be posting later today. Yeah, I do love it. I love just drawing weird looking humanoids, okay? I love drawing humanoids. I just do. It's a it's a passion. It's a passion. And it's already past 4 o'clock up here. Never snow down here, I bet. Oh, oh, I'm also drinking vitamin water. You should draw nature. I'm probably gonna draw nature like tomorrow, if that makes sense. Probably gonna do like some nature. I don't know why, but my mind's like thinking of like trees and skies. Yes. Beaches, we'll see. Let's go. Don't worry, I will tomorrow, I promise. If I remember. Okay. If I remember. Like the sun, yes. Okay, well, sadly, it is time for me to end this live stream, but thank you all so much for to those who joined my live stream today. Like I said, I will have this posted later today, so you can comment and tell me what you would have done differently, what you think, and also what would you name this art piece. I will be live again tomorrow. I will try to be live like around 3 o'clock because lately I've been going live like around 3:15, almost 3:30. So, because my job constantly has me like tired. But yeah, I'm going to try tomorrow, hopefully, to go live at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Go on. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But yeah. I will be live again tomorrow, but in the meantime, thank you so much again for joining my live. Shout out to Mary Chris Moss for being, it says pretty much here you're like number one on the live stream. You are number one on the live stream. Shout out to him. And of course, I will also give a shout out to Felix Jace. Felix Jace. Felix Jace. Also, thank you for joining my live stream. I do hope you all have a wonderful day. And like I said, I'll be live again tomorrow. So make sure you hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I go live. And also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this live stream. And as always, I hope you have a good day and or night. And as always, take care and stay safe. And one more thing, mwah. I know that's weird, but that's what I do at the end of my live streams either way, okay? Again, thank you so much for joining. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Mwah. Bye.